House of the Dragon just revealed one of the true villains of the series.
You are by far the most evil thing I've encountered. Offer your soul to me, Dark One.
Before we check Upperos on Westeros, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that a Raven will always drop new fantasy and tabletop news at your doorstep. Also, be warned that this video contains spoilers about House of the Dragon, and in particular, this week's episode. One of the major themes of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is how ambition often takes advantage of political instability. As Littlefinger once said, chaos is a ladder. And we've seen, from Littlefinger to Ramsay Bolton to Euron Greyjoy, the biggest villains in the series, as best we can call them, are often the people looking to take advantage of the court intrigue and the house rivalries to gain power at any cost. Now, this week's episode of House of the Dragon revealed yet another person who puts ambition above all else. Larys Strong.
This seems like a good time for a drink and a cold, calculated speech with sinister overtones.
The son of Lionel Strong and the younger brother of Harwin Strong, Larys gives off a quiet and unassuming air, in part due to his physical impairment. However, he's actually an expert schemer and manipulator. Back in episode 5, Larys fractured Alicent and Rhaenyra's friendship beyond repair when he implied that Rhaenyra had lied to Alicent about sleeping with her uncle Daemon. Keep in mind that Rhaenyra had told the truth to Alicent about not sleeping with her uncle, but she had slept with someone else. Since Alicent's father was dismissed for accusing Rhaenyra of sleeping with Daemon and thus putting a planned political marriage at risk, and Alicent had spoken in defense of her once friend, Larys put the final nail in the coffin of Alicent and Rhaenyra's friendship and turned the two young women into bitter rivals. Now, while last episode made it seem like Larys was a behind-the-scenes manipulator, it appears that he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
In episode 6, Alicent expresses her frustration about the open secret that Rhaenyra's kids are actually the children of Harwin Strong, who's Larys' brother and the captain of the City Watch. Keep in mind that Larys' family benefited a lot from the turmoil at the end of last episode. Larys' father became Hand of the King, while Harwin became head of the City Watch. But when Alicent complains that she has no one else on her side, Larys jumps into action. He recruits a gang of ne'er-do-wells from the dungeon, chops off their tongues, and then, orders them to go and burn down his ancestral home, Harrenhal, with his father and brother inside. Based on Alicent's terrified reaction, this clearly was not what she was expecting to happen. However, it did open the way for her father, Otto, to return to the court as the Hand of the King once again. In Fire and Blood, the book on which House of the Dragon is based, Larys' actions are more alluded to than stated outright. Harwin Strong is never named as the true father of Rhaenyra's children, nor is Larys explicitly named as being responsible for his family's death. In that way, House of the Dragon makes explicit what was only hinted at before. Now, one of the things that makes Larys so scary is that we don't actually know what he wants. With all the other characters, we had a sense of their true goals. Littlefinger wanted Catelyn Stark and also eventually Sansa, Ramsay Bolton wanted legitimacy, and Varys wanted to bring back the Targaryen line and ultimately sought stability for Westeros. By comparison, it's really unclear what Larys' goals are, and that's really what makes him so dangerous. Do you think Larys is the new Littlefinger? Or is he potentially even worse? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to the character sheet.